And I got the which I adore. But you guys also listening, you can post questions in the comments if you wish, and I can see if I can get to them today, because fairy tale family beyond the insanity of relationships that's out there, going beyond the insanity of family and all of that stuff is a big topic. Those of you know, I've written a book about it. I've written 4 books so far. One of them is called Fairytale Family, and it's all about getting over everything needing to be perfect and inviting what is actually possible for you with what seems impossible in regards to family and relationships and your parents and your children and all that jazz. If they have some questions for my family. Oops, my Wi-Fi just went bye-bye for a moment. Okay, there we are again. Okay, so they gave me some questions. Let me just find something. Okay, so one of them asked, so basically, do I have to wait until my family, until the people in my family that I can deal the least with are dead before I can have ease? That is a very funny question, and I think it's something that people basically have in German. I'm mixing German and English and Swedish today in my head. Sorry. So that is something that people so oftentimes have in their heads when it comes to family. Like, I can never really be free until they are not having bodies anymore. But it's seldom something that people talk about, because you're not supposed to talk about this, but everybody's thinking it. So, the greatest freedom is if you just be honest with yourself and with what you actually have as a point of view in your world, because if you're honest with it and you look at it, you can change it. And it creates so much freedom. And that's what I love about consciousness. Consciousness is basically about turn on the lights, see what is, and then do you want to keep it or do you want to change it? What would you like to choose? So the greatest freedom comes from not making anything wrong anymore, but looking at what is. So if you have the point of view, oh my God, I cannot really be free in regards to my life, as long as I have these people in my life, who are you making the source? Who are you giving the power, you or them? And that is a point of view that basically creates your reality. So as long as you have the point of view, okay, as long as I have these people in my life, my parents, my kids, my husband, my wife, I can never really be free. It is giving your creativity and your power and your potency up to, so everything that is, everything that allows that to exist in your world, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all 9, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. This is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. I think I talked about it last time, not sure. It's just a tool you can use to change whatever you'd like to change. I'm not going to explain it because that would take too much time. There's a whole video about it on www.theclearingstatement.com, where you can get the whole explanation of how it works and why the words, why these words are being used. Anyway, we're just going to use it now because it works. So, like, look at all the places where you have made someone else the source of something, or where you say, because of this person, I cannot really be happy. Because of these people, I cannot really have the freedom that I'm having. So that is a point of view that once you detect it, once you see it, you can just get rid of it. So everything that is, everywhere you've decided that as long as these people are in your life, you fill in the blanks, whoever they are, you cannot really be free. You cannot really have the life you would like to have. Truth is now the time, is today the day to just give up that point of view and let it go and destroy and uncreate it all. Thank you.
هل تسمحوا
Right,
تحرر
wrong,
عنها
good, bad,
الآن؟
POC,
شكرا.
POC, all nine,
Right, wrong,
shorts,
good, bad,
boys,
POC, all nine,
poets,
shorts,
and
boys,
beyonds.
poets, and beyonds.
So how much are you
كيف إيش
using
أنتوا بتستخدموا
those people
هؤلاء الناس
that I just talked about
حتى
to
تتجنبوا
avoid
قوتكم
your potency and
قدراتكم
capacity?
تعرفي
You know, it's like for
كأنه
your
هو
mind,
العقلكم
it's really logical
إنه
to
أنتوا
go,
تقولوا
yes,
إيوه
of
طبعا
course, because of these people, because of my
عشان
children, because of
أطفالي
these
عشان
people, I don't really
هؤلاء
have freedom. It looks logical.
هو
You
الموضوع
have
ما هو
all
منطقي.
kinds of proof. I'm sure you have gathered a lot of
نحن
proof
جمعنا
why
الكثير من
that is
الأدلة
true.
ولكن
But how convenient is that
بيكون
creation
خلق هذا
for you to keep on
قد إيش
hiding and
أنتوا
avoiding your
بتستخبوا
potency and
وبتتجنبوا
your creativity?
هذا
That's
الشيء
something to look at, huh?
إحنا
So everything that is and everything doesn't allow you
ننظر
to
ليه.
have clarity and ease with that, will you please destroy and uncreate it?
كل ما هو ذلك
Right,
ممكن
wrong,
من
good,
الآن
bad, POC, POC,
تدمروا
all
ذلك
nine,
الفصل
shorts,
وفضلكم
boys,
right, wrong, good, bad,
poets,
POC,
and
all nine,
beyonds.
shorts, poets, and beyonds.
So
إذن
what, like
إيش
the
هي
choice
الخيار
of, you know, making
إنه أنتوا
other people
تخلوا أشخاص
responsible for your
آخرين
freedom or
مسؤولين
non-freedom, how
كيف
does that serve you?
هذا يخدمكم
So, you know, we want
إذا
to
أنتوا
acknowledge that
تضطروا
these
إنه
things are
هذه أشياء
something we
نحن
create.
نخلقها
It's not like it's so easy to say
مرة
because
سهل
of this
نقول
other person,
عشان ما
because
أعرف
of them.
إيش عشان ما أعرف
No,
مين
we're the people
ولكن
who
نحن
create
اللي
that.
بنخلق كل
So
هذا
the question you can ask yourself, how does this serve me? How does this serve me to
اسأل
have
كيف هذا
the point of view that
بيخدمني
it's
إنه يكون
because
أنا
of
عندي
these
وجهة
people that I
النظر
don't have
هذه
the freedom I would like to have?
إذا
So, and the
السؤال
next
التالي
question, are you using it
إيش
to
اللي أنتوا
avoid
بتستخدموه
your
حتى
power, your
تتجنبوا
potency, your
قوتكم
creativity?
وإبداعكم
And that's very
هو جدا
convenient, but
مناسب
the question is, does it really work for
إذا كان
you?
يعمل لكم
So what if
ماذا لو
now is
كان
the
الآن
time
هو
to
الوقت
look at all the
تنظروا
places
لكل
where you
الأماكن
hide
اللي أنتوا
what
بتستخبوا
you're
فيها
capable of
مع
with like in
المواقف
situations where it's tricky with other
اللي
people.
تكون فيها مع الناس
And then
مع هؤلاء الناس
it's
هي
this
مثل
space where you can just
مساحة
make a different choice of, okay,
للخيال
you know what? I'm done
كأنه
using
تقولوا أنا
other people
انتهيت
to
إني أنا
avoid
أستخدم
my
الأشخاص
capacities.
الآخرين
I don't know how to
وأنا
change it,
حغير ده
but I am
أنا
ready to
مستعد
know what I'm
إني
capable
أعرف
of more than ever.
أكثر
And everything doesn't
من
allow
قبل
that. Will you
وأي شيء
destroy
لا
and
يسمح
uncreate it,
بهذا
please?
من فضلكم لا
Right, wrong,
تدمروه
good,
تعالوا
bad,
خلقوا right,
POC,
wrong, good,
all
bad,
nine,
POC,
shorts,
all nine,
boys,
shorts, boys,
poets,
poets
and
and beyonds.
beyonds.
تمام
Okay, so that was one
هذا
of the questions that I was
سؤال من
asked
الأسئلة اللي سألتني
before this
قبل
Facebook Live.
هذا
And
درس
then
الفيسبوك
so okay, and
وجابني كثير
then
من
I got a lot
الأسئلة
of questions
من
from
الناس
different people
بتسألني
asking me basically, what
إيش
do you do
أسوي
when kids
لما
drive you
أنا
nuts?
أولادي
What do
يجننوني
you do when your children want, like when all your children want is money?
أو إنه أطفالي كل اللي يبغوه مني هو المال.
Don't let me know that one. So and also, what do you do when your kids
كمان
drive
إذا
you
أنتوا
nuts and you're
تشكوا
doubting
في
yourself as a
قدرتكم
parent? I love that question.
والد أو والدة
So basically,
بشكل أساسي
what you want to
هو
acknowledge
يقرروا
is
إنه الناس
other
الثانيين
people's functional realities. What does that mean? Well,
إذا أنتوا
if you see
رأيتوا
what other people choose and what
إيش
their
أجندات
agendas are,
الأشخاص الآخرين
things start to get
يبدأ
easier.
يصير
So
الموضوع
what if your
أسهل.
children's agenda, and what if children's
ماذا
agenda
لو
in general
إنه
is
أجندات
to
الأطفال
just
بشكل
drive
عام
their parents nuts and
هي
to
إنه
get as
يحصل
much
على
money from them as
أكبر قدر
possible?
من المال منكم.
You know, like look at the
انظروا
reality of
لواقع
things,
الأشياء
not at the fairy
مو
tale,
لقصص
not at the
الخيالية.
fantasy of, oh, my
لا
kids are
تقولوا إنه
perfect.
أطفالي مثاليين
Once I
أو
will be the
أنا كيف
perfect mom
أكون
and
الوالد
dad.
أو
We will
الوالدة
all get along
المثالية
perfectly.
ونرجع
Fairy
للقصص
tale.
الخيالية مرة
You know, like
تانية.
that's why I call this the fairy tale, because there's so much, you know,
في كثير
wow, utopian
كثير من
ideals about how
المثاليات
things are supposed to look like that they
وهي
never
أبداً
are
ما هي
and will
موجودة.
not be. But
لو
if you
نحن
look at the
نظرنا
reality
لواقع
of things, if
الأشياء
you look at what is
على ما هي عليه
and go, yep,
وذهبنا
okay, you know what? Truth.
وقلنا
Are my kids actually just happy driving me
إنه
nuts and getting
أطفالي
as
جدا
much
سعيدين بأنهم
money
يجننوني
of me as possible? And you go,
وتحس
wow, that actually makes
هذا
me
ما هو
feel like
عليه
that is what is. And you know what?
هو
It's
ما هو
not
خطأ.
wrong. Your kids are not wrong
لا
for
تخلوا
that.
نفسكم
They're
خطأ
not
على ذا
terrible for that. It's just what
بس
is. You gotta
أعرف
see
إنه
what
هو
people
هذا ما
choose
هو عليه
and not make
ولا
it
تخلوه
wrong. You
خطأ،
gotta
لا
see what
تخطئوه.
you choose and not make it wrong. And
وأول
once you do, things start to
ما
relax
أنتوا تسووا
because
كده
you're not gonna make yourself wrong
ولا عاد
anymore
تخطئوا نفسكم
because you
بعد
just
الآن،
go, okay, well, that's
وأعرف
just
إنه
what they
هذا هو
do.
ما
All
يفعلوه
right,
الأطفال.
so
أنا ما
I don't
يحتاج
have to
أخطئ
make myself
نفسي.
wrong. And the next question
وكيف
is,
ممكن
how can I
أسأل
make
سؤال
this easy
إنه
on
كيف
me?
ممكن أخلي
You know,
هذا
how
أسهل
can I
علي؟
make this easy on me?
لما تسألوا
And
هذا
when you ask that
السؤال
question, you will start to find
هتلاقوا
ways
طرق
of
كيف إنه
navigating
أنتوا
your
تبدأوا
kids'
تتحركوا،
nutsness or them
إنه
asking you
إذا
for
كان هم
money all the
بيسألوكم
time.
مال طول
Because
الوقت
as soon
لا
as you
تخلوه
don't
خطأ
make it
بعد
wrong
الآن.
anymore, and this is really huge, okay? As soon as you
كل
don't
ما
make it
أنتوا ما
wrong anymore,
تخلوا
as
هذا
soon as you
خطأ
don't
بعد
make
الآن،
them wrong for it anymore, as
كل
soon
ما
as you
أنتوا ما
make
تخطئوا
you not
نفسكم
wrong
بعد
anymore for
الآن
it, there's
حيصير
a
عندكم
playground of possibilities, and you can
ملعب من
actually empower
الإمكانيات
them to
حتى
know
أنتوا
what they
تعرفوا اللي
know, and you
تعرفوه
can actually be the leader
وتكونوا
that you
أنتوا
actually are. But as
القادة
long
اللي
as you
أنتوا
have a
فعلا
fairy tale
عليه.
of going, no, that's
أما
not
لما
what's
أنتوا
going on.
تعموا نفسكم
Like
تقولوا
what's,
لا لا
and then you
مو
have
هذا
this
اللي
fairy
بيصير
tale of what you
وتعيشوا
want to
القصص
see
الخيالية وما
or
تبوا
what you
تشوفوا
want things to look
الواقع اللي
like.
عليه.
That's where you put
كأنه
big
كأنكم
blinders in
بتحطوا
front of your
أغطية
eyes,
النوم على
and
عيونكم.
all that gets created is frustration and
وفي
more
هذه
judgment. But
المواقف
when you
أنتوا
see
بتزيدوا
what is,
الأحكام.
you can relax. You can go, okay, you know what?
لما
I'm going to
أنتوا
see what
تقولوا أنا
is.
حشوف اللي أنا
I'm going
عليه،
to not judge it. I'm
أنا
going to expand
حتسع
out my allowance
وأوسع
as big,
سماحتي
as large as
وأشوف إيش اللي
possible.
ممكن
And I'm going to ask some questions
وكيف
to
ممكن
make
أخلي
this
هذا
work for
يعمل
me.
لي،
Like, for example,
كيف
how
ممكن
can I
أخلي
make this
هذا
easy on
سهل
me? And
علي.
that is huge.
هذا
So
شيء
everywhere
جدا
you're still
عظيم.
busy making yourself wrong in
لما
regards to
أنتوا ما تخطئوا
family and your
نفسكم في
children and
يعني في موضوع
relationship,
العائلة
everywhere you're busy making the other person wrong for what they're not
وأنتوا
delivering,
تشوفوا إيش اللي
will you
هم
please destroy and create at times
بيوصلوا لكم
God silly and right, wrong, good, bad, part, on. And you know what this actually is?
هو
It's
يشمل
including
كل شيء وما يحكم ولا
everything
على
and
شيء.
judging nothing.
إذا
So
عندكم
even if you
طفل
have a child that has as their
وظيفته
job to drive you
إنه
crazy and
يقودكم للجنون،
get as much money as possible,
هذا ما هو خطأ.
that's not wrong.
شوفوه
Just
على ما
see
هو
it for
عليه
what it is.
وكيف
Relax.
تحكموا
Stop
عليه
judging it and ask, so
واسألوا
truth, what is
حقيقة
possible
إيش
with this person
الممكن
in my life?
في
What else
حياتي،
can
إيش
we be
ممكن
for each other? What is actually
نكون نحن
possible
البعض.
and what is not possible? Gotta
شوفوا
look at both
للناحيتين إيش الممكن
sides.
وإيش اللي مو ممكن.
And if your child, like
في
the
سؤال
question
أنا
I love,
أحبه
someone was writing, do when
إيش اللي أنا
my
ممكن أسويه مع
child, let me just
طفلي
find it. It was so funny.
إذا
So
بشكل
basically, I
أساسي
cannot. Yeah, the real problem is that my
طفلي
child actually she is
يبكي
crying because she wants to have a second horse. So she obviously has already one horse, and doesn't have enough. So she's crying to get a
لأنه
second horse,
عندها حصان
and the mom stressed
وبتبكي
out about
ممكن
it.
كفيها تبغى
And
واحد
that
تاني.
it's so funny. And she was asking,
مرة
what should I
مضحك
do? So
لأنه هي
basically,
كانت
it's like
بتسأل
when
إيش
your
ممكن إيش
child
أسوي،
is demanding more,
اتسعي أكثر
rather than trying to control
بدون ما
it,
تحاولي تتحكمي
what if you
فيه.
use it? What if that is something
ماذا
you
لو
could
هذا الشيء
use
ممكن
for
تستخدميه
you to step up,
أنت كأم
for you to be more,
حتى
for you to
أنت
create more
تخلق
money,
المزيد من المال،
and everything
وكل
doesn't
ما
allow
لا يصلح
that will you
لهذا
please destroy and create it
ممكن
all.
تدمري وتعدي
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and yawns. Like what most of us
وأغلبنا
in where we grew up
لما
have learned
نكبر
is don't ask for a lot. Don't be demanding. It's wrong.
نفكر إنه
But you
المفروض
know
ما
what?
نكون
Asking for
متطلبين
a
لأنه
lot
هذا
and
خطأ،
being demanding are wonderful
وقد
capacities.
إيش هي
They
قدرة
always will make
رائعة
you thrive
إنه نحن
for
نطلب
more and for
الأكثر
greater. So what if we
والأعظم.
encourage that in our kids?
هو
It doesn't
مو
mean that you have to
معناته
buy
إنه
her a
أنت
second
المفروض
horse.
تشتري لها حصان تاني،
It's just if you receive her demand,
ولكن
if you
إذا
receive
أنت
her ask,
أخذتي طلبها
what
كسؤال
wonderful contribution can this be to you to
كيف
making
ممكن
so
إنه
much more
أنت
money and
تصنع المزيد
increasing
من
your
المال،
wealth? And you
واسأليها
can ask her, hey, you know what?
أنت
What can you
كيف ممكن
contribute
تساهمي
to us
حتى نحن
being able
ممكن
to buy
نشتري
you a second horse? You
حصان
know,
ثاني.
what can you
إيش
do?
ممكن
What can you
تكوني،
be?
إيش ممكن
What can you
تسوي،
contribute to me? to being able to buy your second horse.
نقدر
Yeah, so everything doesn't allow that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pot, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. It's like our kids have wonderful talents that they can get, use to create more, and also to learn that what they do is valuable and it's okay to receive money for it. And I wish I was taught that when I was a kid, and I know most of us would have wished to have learned that it's okay to receive money. Like most of us go, yes, I would like to do so much for you, but receiving money, oh my God, that's kind of uncomfortable. So what if we can show our kids it's okay to receive money? It's actually a gift. So if you want, like, this is obviously such a big topic, as you notice. Like, I can just scratch so much on the surface a little bit. So if you want to know more, I'm actually going to have a one-day pragmatic psychology class about this topic, relationships, like everything about relationships, parenting, kids, also partner relationships, like marriage stuff, or relationship stuff in general. So if you want to dive in more and bring all your questions and like create more clarity and ease for you than ever before, it's on the 17th of July in Slovenia, and also online. You can join us for this pragmatic psychology class, and you don't even need any prereqs for it. So thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you, translators, for being such a gift and translating this in all these different languages. And there's going to be a third Facebook Live. I think it's on Sunday. Not sure, but you will find out. So thank you, everyone. Bye for today.